Yesterday, I did a video on my Facebook and Instagram. It was a very emotional video. I actually cried in that video. So a lot of people was asking me like, what happened to you? What happened to you? Now, let me tell you this. There's nothing wrong with me. I was just very emotional because I had a consultation with a client in that morning, and it was a very emotional we had a very emotional conversation because she is actually suffering from depression. She looked for me for help because she knew that if she start changing herself, if she start exercising, if she start changing her diet, the food that she eat, it's going to improve her condition. Okay, she's going to feel happier, she's going to, have more self-confidence and so on and so forth. So because of that, I got very emotional because I am very glad that I can be part of her journey to improve her depression. So there's a few reasons why exercising is going to help improve depression. I'm going to tell you in this video, but before I want to tell you why exercising is so good for curing your depression. Before I want to start that, I want to tell you a little bit of story of myself, right? Currently I do not have depression, but 6 years ago, roughly around that time, I was suffering from depression. I basically locked myself at home the entire day. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just go out for a few hours to, teach my classes. And then after that, I will either stay at home or I will go somewhere that nobody knows me. I would just sit in the cafe, looking down on my laptop, reading books, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. Basically, I just didn't want to have any human connection with, other people. I knew something was wrong with me, so I knew I need to do something about it. So I started thinking about what ways can I start improving myself, and I look into myself every single day. I just hated myself so much. So the first thing I did was, there's two things I did. The first thing I did was I went for a backpacker trip to one of the island, and it was like an impromptu. I didn't even plan it. I just go because I want to be uncomfortable. Yeah, I want to, try to start by talking to strangers. It's going to help me to, reconcile my emotion and my relationship with my friends and family. So I went for this impromptu trip. That was the first thing I did. Like, even I got my diving certificate even from there. And immediately after I came back from my backpacking, I signed up for a gym membership. Now, I used to hate the gym very much, to be honest. I used to criticize and condemn people who go to the gym because I didn't believe that the gym is going to make any changes in my body. The reason I was depressed also because of all these years of people were laughing at me, calling me chubby and I am useless and I'm ugly and things like that. So I stepped into gym and I started working out. I just didn't want to I didn't want to think so much. I just want to do something to improve myself. And it was surprisingly, the day when I stepped into the gym, it makes me feel very calm. And when I exercise, when I'm lifting all these heavy weights, I just feel a rush inside of me that I feel so happy. And therefore I continued doing it and my body started changing. I started looking better and fitter, and then I regained my self-confidence. And of course, throughout the entire journey, I became a IFBB pro, and right now you look at me, I'm filled with self-confidence. So when I look at people who suffer from depression, I really want to help them. I really hope that one day they can be like me, right? Step out from depression, and now I'm a totally, completely different person. So that is my story. So let's come back to why exercising can help you to improve your depression. Now, remember what I mentioned just now. When I went to the gym, when I start lifting those heavy weights, I just start to feel like happy. Now, the reason is because when you are doing all these high intensity exercises, your brain is going to generate a type of hormone called endorphin. Okay, endorphin also called as runner's high. So you will suddenly feel very happy. Just imagine when you're a child, right? You're playing with your friends. When you like, you're sprinting, you have a competition with your friend, you just run as fast as you can. By the time you finish, even though you lost the competition, you will laugh and you feel very happy. So that is the kind of hormones that the brains create when you do high intensity exercises. So just imagine when you're having depression, you're always sitting at home and you're feeling sad about yourself. But when you do all this exercise, suddenly you just feel so happy. So this is a very, very good feeling, just as though you're taking some happy drugs. All right. So but it's natural. Okay. It's not external drugs, but it's natural just by doing exercises, high intensity exercises. But what about low intensity exercises? Now, low intensity exercises is also very important. There's a few types of low intensity exercises, for example, yoga and Pilates. All these exercises that are low impact gives you a feeling of very soothing. Now, this type of exercises, when you do it very often, it's going to create a type of protein which is called, let me check this. I need to be correct, okay? Yep. So this type of protein is called neurotrophic or the growth factor, okay? Now, it causes the nerve cells to grow and make new connection. Now, a lot of time when people suffer from depression is because this part of their brain called the hippocampus, okay? The hippocampus is smaller in the person who suffering from depression. Okay, that's why they go into this depression mode. So that's why people say like depression can be genetic. All right, it's because genetically these people, some people have a smaller hippocampus. Okay, that will lead them having depression. But by doing the low intensity exercises regularly, your body is able to create this cell that helps the growth of the hippocampus, okay, which will helps to relieve the depression in long term. So yeah, so therefore it is very, very important to do exercises, either by just creating this endorphin or by growing the nerve cells in your brain. Besides that, right, it is also a very, very, exercising is a very good start for you to start to have a human connection. Of course, when you need to exercise, is what you need to do. You need to step out of your home. All right, you need to step out of your comfort zone. You go to the gym and then you meet new people. Then you can start striking new conversation that can, just changing the environment, just change how your emotion, how you feel about the surrounding and human being in general. So therefore it is very good. And of course, by starting a new fitness journey, it's just telling yourself that I am starting a new me. And when you start seeing the results you get from, the exercise, now you're looking healthier, you're feeling healthier, you're looking fitter. What it does to your self-confidence is just tremendous. You start to have this self-confidence that you're actually achieving something. A lot of times when people suffering from depression, they feel like they are nobody. But when you start looking and feeling better, you feel like you are somebody, and from there you can slowly improve and improve and improve, and one day you will get out of this condition. And even if you don't 100% get out from depression, you know a way to release and relieve your depression. That's why exercising is so important. I always tell people this. You need to step out of your comfort zone. And people who suffer from depression, they don't want to move, they want to stay in the dark. They you know you so you want to do the completely opposite. If you want to change, you need to do a completely opposite, which is step outside, you see the sunlight, and you start moving. It's like tricking your entire brain, tricking your entire emotion and your body that you're actually not in the depression. And after you keep continuing doing for a long period of time, once it becomes a habit, your body thought that you are normal. And when your body and your brain thinks that you are normal, and slowly you're going back to normal. Okay, I hope I make this easy to understand for everybody. So that is the reason why I feel I have a role in this world to help people to get much more confident to step out of all this depression state. That is my job. I feel like I have a responsibility to send this message out to everybody. So if you believe in what I'm saying, you believe my messages, I hope you can share these videos out to all your friends and family. Okay, share this out and make sure you like this video so that more people can see this content. It is really important message. Depression is not something that is you should ignore. Is something that is actually very serious. And a lot of people suffer from depression and they do not know it. Okay, so either whether it's you suffering from depression or any of your friends and or family are suffering from depression, if you can help yourself and you can help them, please help them by first step encouraging them to start exercising. Because once you start exercising, trust me, your life is going to change.